Hello YouTube fragrance family and friends, I'm Tommy with Studio Sins. Welcome to another video review today. Today I've got a brand new release from the house of Calvin Klein. Yes, that's right, it's time for another iteration of the summer event of the year. Yeah, fanfare, the sound of corks popping out of champagne, glasses being toasted. Yes, it is time for another summer edition of CK1 Summer. Now, granted, it's not the most exciting release ever on the face of the planet when it comes to unisex fragrances. Still, I kind of look forward to it because you got to admit the bottle art is cool and usually the fragrance itself is cool. It's just that performance. And every year we keep thinking maybe this year will be different. So that's what we're going to think this year. We're going to stay positive. Maybe it'll be different this year. So when we return, we're going to go over CK1 Summer 2021, go over those notes, see if it's worth picking up this time, that and more. So stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back. So it's that time again. It's the time of year where CK Calvin Klein decides to release their CK1 Summer Edition. Remember in summers past, the 2019 version, we had that onomatopoeia, and then of course we had the 2020 version. I dig that color. So it is getting a little bit better with each new iteration. So today we're going to be CK1 Summer 2021. So first of all, let's take a look at that presentation. So last year's CK1 Summer was a solid bottle. This one they decided to go colorful but very transparent. So you can see all the way through it. Now the idea, of course there's an idea behind each release. The idea behind this release is the excitement that typically follows a road trip. So let's say you go over to your friend's house, they've got a drop top getting ready to take off of the beach. So you throw your sandals in the back, throw your bag, and you throw your CK1 Summer because you want to smell good sitting there by the beach because you might meet somebody interesting and have a good time, you never know. Everyone brings the mandatory mix CD, and so you've got some fantastic music as the soundtrack for your road trip. You're good to go. All that's left is to spray on some CK1 Summer 2021 edition and you are set. So CK1 Summer presentation is always really nice. It's always very colorful, always has a nice theme to go along with it. This year again, road trip, and of course your stickers. So the idea with the stickers, if you're wondering, is you're supposed to peel them off and decorate your bottle. So you put these stickers wherever you want on the front and the back, and then you've got your personalized, customized bottle of fragrance. Now I'm too OCD to do that, so I'll never use these stickers because I like the bottles as is. Well, let's talk a little bit, now that we've talked about the presentation, let's talk a little bit about that juice. What about that note breakdown? CK1 Summer by Calvin Klein features top notes of grapefruit, fresh water accord, and Meyer lemon, with heart notes of eucalyptus, watermelon, and rhubarb, resting on a base of ambroxan, blonde woods, and peach skin. So there you go. Again, we've got the expectation that this is going to be fruity, aquatic, and a little bit of spice. So historically, these fragrances have always been kind of aquatic and always been very fruity. So there's a little bit of sweetness, there's a lot of water. This has a fresh water accord, and there's a little bit of spice in there to carry. In fact, the more spice historically, the better body that the fragrance has. Now this one has eucalyptus. Eucalyptus is a very strong essential oil. It's used to clear your sinuses when you've got a cold. It's used in your home if you want to aerate an area and have it smell clean and fresh. It's going to be interesting to see the role eucalyptus plays in this fragrance. So instead of talking about it, let's go ahead and test out that juice. I do like the fact that the atomizer is a shiny blue metallic. It's kind of a neat effect or look. And the atomizers are pretty good in CK1 Summer. editions. You know what, guys? This is a really nice summer scent. This is a really nice melon fruit, spicy summer scent, I have to say. I really like it. Now, the one thing that you can't argue CK1 summer editions have successfully done, they've successfully created a unisex brand. This is a really good unisex brand. And what I mean by really good is it's neither super feminine and it's neither super masculine. It rides that fine line where it should be perfectly down the middle. I'm actually gonna wear this. I don't have anything on today. Now, of course, because it is CK1 summer, you don't have to worry about overspraying. Now, if it's super sweet, then it can be a little bit cloying. This one has a surprising body to it. Owing in no small part to the eucalyptus and the ambroxan, those are actually adding the depth, the body to this, the spread, the volume, we'll say. I'm a big fan of melon fragrances. Abercrombie & Fitch First Instinct Extreme is a really nice fragrance in no small part due to the Kawano melon. It's got a really nice melony vibe. This one also has watermelon, so it's got an equally melon type vibe that I really like. Melon vibes go really well with aquatic simply because fresh fruit, fresh water. When you think of watermelon, I mean, the first word in the name watermelon is water. So it makes sense that a freshwater accord would be used with watermelon in this. Now, some people don't like ambroxan. I happen to be a fan of it. I really think if used correctly in a fragrance that it gives it some really good depth and longevity. And that's really what CK1 summer editions kind of needed. They kind of needed a boost, kind of need a little bit of turbo to the performance there. And I think this one is going to be the year that it actually works really well. In each level of the pyramid are fruits. So you got grapefruit, you got lemon in the top, you got that watermelon and rhubarb, which is a nice sweet sour fragrance, which is a perfect addition. Rhubarb and melon together make a fantastic combination because you've got that sweet and you've got that sour, and you've got a little bit more sweet than sour. You want to be a little bit more saturated on the sweet side than you do the sour side. Talking about the presentation a little bit, this bottle, the surrealism is what it's called, the words, the way they shimmer there, that was done or designed by Mishko. It's like a blue to green gradation that is like the distortion that happens when there's a heat wave. So I have to give kudos to Calvin Klein. The optimism that typically follows a road trip, I think, is encapsulated pretty well by this scent. It's fruity, it's exhilarating, it's upbeat, it's positive, it's pleasant, it's lightly sweet. It's also a relatively unique fragrance as the CK1 summer editions go. So far, I've got to say, this one probably is, I say probably, because I haven't done a side-by-side comparison, but it's probably going to be my favorite iteration so far. Both in the bottle style and in the actual notes that create the fragrance. It's almost like they've raised the level of quality just a little bit, just a hair, because this is definitely projecting a lot better than the last two CK1 summer editions. Of course, this is a completely casual scent. It is a unisex scent, and I think a very successful unisex scent. There's just enough melon to make it refreshing, just enough lemon to make it uplifting, positive, refreshing, energizing. Well guys, that's it for my unboxing and first impression of CK1 Summer 2021 edition. Thanks so much for stopping by and checking out today's unboxing and first impressions. And as always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.